Hey class, hello everyone. Welcome once again to today's session. As you all know that today's session is for your Umang series grade 9, and we'll be discussing remainder theorem and factor theorem, some important questions related to those. So if you remember that I have already discussed the basics of remainder theorem and factor theorem in the previous session. So if you have not watched it till now, I would request all of you to go and check that video out so that your basics of the remainder theorem and the factor theorem will be cleared. And today we are going to take some hot question from these two topics. We are going to talk about some hot question, higher order thinking skills questions from these two topics, which are, if coming into your examination, will definitely be there for 4 marks. And the questions are related to this type only. So once you have watched the previous session and after watching this session, I can guarantee that all the remainder theorem questions you can easily solve. Okay, so without wasting any more time, let us start today's session. So we'll be looking at the questions right now. So the first question that we have is this, that if the polynomials ax cube plus 4x square plus 3x minus 4, there is one polynomial, and x cube minus 4x plus a, there is the second polynomial. So these are the two polynomials given to you, leaves the same remainder when divided by x minus 3. That means either you divide the first polynomial by x minus 3 or you divide the second polynomial by x minus 3, the remainder remains equal for them. Okay, remainder is same for them. What is that? We don't know. What is that remainder? We don't know. They are they are asking to find the value of a we need to find out, and after we once find out a, we can easily tell what is going to be a remainder, right? So as you all know that the question, if you will see carefully, is revolving all around, it is this all around this remainder. They leave the same remainder. So let's do one thing. Let's use remainder theorem in both the cases and see whatever remainder we are getting. And then at the end we will make it equal because remainder has to be same, right? So step 1, let us take this polynomial. This I am dividing by x minus 3. Okay, this is being divided by x minus 3. So let us see what will be your remainder. So step 1, make divisor equal to 0. So you have got x is equal to 3. And then step 2, I can say the remainder will be equal to value of this dividend at x is equal to 3, which is a into 3 cube plus 4 into 3 square plus 3 into 3 minus 4, right? So you will be getting the remainder will be equal to 3 cube is 27, so 27a, 3 square is 9, 9 fours are 36 plus 36, 3 into 3 is 9 minus 4. So you will be getting your remainder as 27a. Now 36, 9 minus 4 is 5, so 36 plus 5 is 41. So this is your remainder in case 1. This is your remainder in case 1 when you're dividing ax cube plus 4x square plus 3x minus 4 with x minus 3. Then let's talk about case 2. So in case 2, I will say sir remainder. Now here my polynomial, my dividend is x cube minus 4x plus a. Now I saw in the comment section some of you are telling me, sir, what is this p and f stand for if I write px and fx? So I have already told you this p, f, q, r, they are the different alphabet by which we represent a polynomial. It is not like only p represent polynomial. If you write gx also, it might also represent polynomial. So this is just a representation, px, gx, fx, rx, qx, whatever it is. It is just a representation of a polynomial in the variable x, right? So for the remainder, I will say first step, make divisor, which is x minus 3 only is dividing both, equal to 0. So we got x is equal to 3, right? Now second step, the remainder will be equal to the value of this dividend at x is equal to 3. So that will be equal to 3 cube minus 4 into 3 plus 8. So your remainder will be equal to 3 cube is 27 minus 4 into 3 is minus 12 plus a. So your remainder will be equal to here 8 plus 7 15 plus a, 15 plus a, right? So you have got the remainder in case 1. Let us say this is your remainder 1. Let us say this is your remainder 1 r1, and let's say this is your remainder 2 r2. Now they have told that the remainder is same in both the cases, so I can say that r1 is equal to r2. Both the remainders are equal. Remainder 1 is 27a plus 41, so 27a plus 41 is equal to remainder 2 is 15 plus a, right? Remainder 2 is what? 15 plus a. Shift a over there, 41 over here, so 27a minus a is 15 minus 41. So you'll be getting here 26a is equal to minus 26. So a is equal to minus 1. A is equal to minus 1. Got it? Now suppose if they ask you that tell me what will be your remainder. So now the remainder is same in both the cases. So put a is equal to minus 1 in any of the equation you want. Either put it in equation 1 or in equation 2, your answer will be same. If you put a equal to minus 1 in this part, so 27 into minus 1 is minus 27 plus 41, which is equal to 14, correct? And here also 15 minus 1 is again 14. So your remainder will be equal to 14. How will you get it? Put a is equal to minus 1 either in r2 or in r1, whatever you want, because the remainder at the end will be equal. Got it? So this is very important question where remainder theorem is used. Okay, let's move to the next question. So as you can see, a is equal to minus 1. The next question we have is this. The polynomial px is equal to x raised to the power of 4 minus 2x cube plus 3x square minus ax plus 3a minus 7 when divided by x plus 1 leaves the remainder 19. Find the values of a. Also find the remainder when this px is divided by x plus 2. So case 1, when you divide, what this case 1 is telling, that when you divide this polynomial px by x plus 1, when you divide this by x plus 1, we don't know what is questioned, but they are saying that the remainder is equal to 19. The remainder is equal to 19, right? So I will use remainder theorem. I will use remainder theorem. So as you all know, step 1, make divisor equal to 0. So you will get x is equal to minus 1, right? So I will say now step 2, the remainder will be equal to the value of this polynomial, the dividend at x is equal to minus 1, right? This will be a remainder, and they have already told that the remainder is 19. So I know this value should be equal to 19. The value of the dividend at x is equal to minus 1 will be your remainder. They have already told that remainder is 19, so I can say value of this dividend px at minus 1 should be equal to 19 because that is my remainder. So I will say minus 1 raised to the power 4 minus 2 into minus 1 cube plus 3 into minus 1 square minus a into minus 1 plus 3 into a minus 7 should be equal to 19. Okay, quite long equation. So minus 1 raised to the power of 4 is 1 only. Minus 1 cube is minus 1. Minus 1 into minus 2 is plus 2. Minus 1 square is 1. 1 into 3 is 3. Now minus a into minus 1 is your plus a plus 3a minus 7 is equal to 19. So what you are getting, a plus 3a is 4a, 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6, minus 1 is 6 minus 7 is minus 1 is equal to 19. So you'll be getting 4a is equal to 20, or you can say a is equal to 5, or you can say a is equal to 5. Got it? Because remainder was given 19, so we have made it 19. So remainder, using remainder theorem, I know my remainder should be equal to 19. Solving that, we have got the value of a. Now they have told also find the remainder when px is divided by x plus 2. So we will use remainder theorem, but let us see what is Px actually. So now I can say that, sir, my Px will be equal to x raised to the power 4 minus 2x cube plus 3x square minus, in place of a I will write minus 5x plus 3 into 5 is 15 minus 7. So the final answer is what? X raised to the power 4 minus 2x cube plus 3x square minus 5x plus 8. Got it? This is your polynomial. Now let us find out its remainder when it is divided by x minus 2. Okay, so step 1, sorry, x plus 2. So this is your divisor, make divisor equal to 0. You got x is equal to minus 2. So in this Px, find the remainder. I can say remainder will be equal to value of this polynomial at minus 2. Value of this polynomial at minus 2. So let us find out. So remainder will be equal to, in this polynomial, wherever x is there, put minus 2. So you'll be getting minus 2 raised to the power 4. Minus 2 raised to the power 4. Let me just erase this part. Minus 2 raised to the power 4 minus 2 into minus 2 cube minus 2 cube plus 3 into minus 2 square minus 5x, it was there, a was equal to 5, so minus 5 into minus 2 plus 8, 3a minus 7 was equal to 8, so plus 8. So your remainder will be equal to minus 2 raised to the power 4. So 2, 4, 8, 16. Right? So 16. Now minus 2 cube is minus 8. Minus 8 into minus 2 is again plus 16. Minus 2 square is 4. 4 threes are 12. Minus 5 into minus 2 is plus 10 plus 8. So your remainder will be equal to 16 plus 16 is 32. 32 plus 12 plus 10 is 20. 32 plus 20 is 52 plus 10 is 62. So when you divide this by x plus 2, your remainder will be equal to 62. And the value of a is equal to 5. Got it? As simple as that. Just use the remainder theorem in the second case. Okay, let's move to the next question. The next question is this. Now this is a very important question, although very similar to the first question which we have done, but very similar, but just understand how it will be done. They are saying let R1 and R2 are the remainders when the polynomial fx, which is 4x cube plus 3x square minus 12ax minus 15, and gx, which is 2x cube plus ax square minus 6x plus 2, are divided by x minus 1 and x plus 2 respectively. If 3r1 plus r2 plus 28 equal to 0, find the value of a. Now you can see very well that they are talking about remainders. The first step is I will find out the remainders in both the cases. So you are dividing this fx by x minus 1 and this gx by x plus 2, right? So let us talk about case 1. When I am dividing this fx by x minus 1, let us see what will be your remainder. They have told the remainder is equal to what? R1. R1. So step 1, x minus 1 equal to 0. That means x is equal to 1. And now I can say step 2. So remainder, or which is you can say R1. Instead of remainder writing R1 only, na, because we know remainder they have given us as R1. Okay. So the remainder, which is your R1, will be equal to value of this fx at x is equal to 1, which is equal to 4 into 1 cube plus 3 into 1 square minus 12a into 1 minus 15. So remainder 1 is equal to 4 into 1 cube is 4 plus 3 minus 12a minus 15. 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 and minus 15 is minus 8. So R1 is equal to minus 12a minus 8. This is your remainder 1. Sorry. This is your remainder 1. Now let's talk about remainder 2. Let's talk about remainder 2. So remainder 2 is what? When you are dividing this gx with x plus 2. So I will say, sir, case 2. When I am dividing this polynomial gx by x plus 2, remember gx is just a way of denoting this polynomial. It is just used as a symbol. Okay. So we know that my remainder is equal to what? R2. So let us see what will be your R2. So what is your step 1? Make x plus 2 equal to 0. You will get x is equal to minus 2. And step 2, the R2, the remainder R2 will be equal to value of this polynomial gx at x is equal to minus 2. That is 2 into minus 2 cube plus a into minus 2 square minus 6 into minus 2 plus 2. So your R2 will be equal to minus 2 cube is 8, minus 2 cube is minus 8 into 2 is minus 16. Minus 2 square is 4 into a is plus 4a. Minus 6 into minus 2 is plus 12 plus 2. 12 plus 2 is 14. 14 minus 16 is minus 2. So 4a minus 2. R2 is equal to 4a minus 2. Got it? So we have got our R1 which is minus 12a minus 8, R2 which is 4a minus 2. Now the third step they have told, they go R1 and R2 is we have found out, and they have told a relation that 3R1 plus R2 plus 28 equal to 0. So let us do that. 3 times of R1 plus R2 plus 28 is equal to 0. So 3 times of what is my R1? My R1 is minus 12a minus 8. So minus 12a minus 8 plus what is my R2? 4a minus 2 plus 28 equal to 0. Now this is an equation in A which we can easily solve. 3 into minus 12 minus 36a minus 24 plus 4a minus 2 plus 28 equal to 0. So minus 36a plus 4a will be equal to minus 32a, and minus 24 minus 2 is minus 26 plus 28 is plus 2 equal to 0. So you will be getting a is the minus 32a is equal to minus 2. So a is equal to minus 2 upon minus 32. This to this got cancelled. So you have got a is equal to 1 by 16. Got it? So the answer for your a will be equal to 1 by 16. Okay. So R1 we have got as 2 minus 12a. R1 we have got as 12a. Okay. Actually, the question is written something else here, and in the solution, it is something else. Actually, here in the question, as you can see, it is given 15, minus 15, and in the solution, it is given minus 5. So the solution is for some different answer. So what we have done is correct for what the question was there. Okay. So there is a misprint in the solution or misprint in the question, whatever it is, but you got the idea. You got the idea. First find out R1, then find out R2, and then R3, R1 plus R2 plus 28, we are doing it. So we have got A. Okay, so the answer in the solution will be different because here the equation has been changed. Okay, but the method is same. 3R1 plus R2, you are doing it. At the end, you are getting this. Okay, but since our question was different, so this answer is correct for this question. Okay, got it? Now let's move to the next question. Check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. So if 7 plus 3x is a factor of 3x cube plus 7x, so there is one small thing which we already know, that 3x cube plus 7x, if I divide by 3x plus 7, and if it is a factor, then I can say remainder should be equal to 0. As simple as that. If it is a factor, remainder should be 0. If it is not a factor, remainder will not be 0, right? So let us use remainder theorem. So 3x plus 7 equal to 0. So it will give you x is equal to minus 7 by 3. Step 2, 3, the remainder will be equal to 3x cube. So 3 into, in place of x, write minus 7 by 3 whole cube plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. So you'll be getting 3 minus 7 cube, 49 into 7. So I think it is 343. Yes, so 3 into minus 343 upon 27 plus 7 into minus 7 will be minus 49 by 3. Now you can cancel here, 3 ones are 3 nines are. So you are left with your remainder will be equal to minus 343. Your remainder will be equal to minus 343 upon 9 plus plus into minus is what? Minus only. So minus 49 by 3. So even if you do the LCM, I can clearly see both the numbers are negative. So there is no chance that they will be, the remainder will be equal to 0. Okay. So minus 343 minus 147 divided by 9. So remainder is equal to minus 490 upon 9, something like that. So you can clearly see remainder is not equal to 0. Hence I can say 3x plus 7 is not a factor of 3x cube plus 7x. As simple as that. You just have to check that whether your remainder is becoming 0 or not. As simple as that. Nothing else. Factor theorem is just one step more than your remainder theorem. Rest the working is same as remainder theorem. Only thing is, if it is a factor, remainder should be 0. Nothing else. Got it? So this is all in the today's class. These are the most important questions I'm telling you. In your exams, they are not going to ask you any questions outside this part. Changing the values, that is there, but these are the toughest question which you are going to get in your remainder theorem and your factor theorem. Got it? So this is all. Once again, I would like to tell all of you that please download Vedantu's app. A live online quiz you can play in Vedantu's app anytime you want, and you will get the prize pool up to rupees 50,000. So please don't wait anymore. Download the app now. Also, you can buy any micro courses. All the micro courses are present at flat rupees 1. So buy now, visit the Vedantu's website and search for your micro courses. Okay, beta. And at the end, we said Vedantu scholarship admission test. This is the link vdnt.in/YT VSET. Now, why should you give VSET? First thing, no registration fee, 0 rupee. With like free, you can register for this test. Second thing, no need to go outside your home. Give the examination at the comfort of your home. And the third thing, you will get scholarship over there. So it's all win-win situation for you. So register to this page, this link, and register for your VSET. Till now, many students have got a huge scholarship. Till now, total 32 crore amount of scholarship has been won till now. Okay, beta. So this is all. Thank you so much for attending the session. I hope all of you enjoyed it. In the next session, we'll be talking about one more topic of the topic polynomials. Okay, and two sessions will be there as well. And after that, there will be a doubts and Menti quiz. So I hope all of you enjoyed this part. Now you should not be afraid of remainder theorem and your factor theorem, and start solving more and more questions related to it. Okay, beta. So this is all from my side. I hope all of you enjoyed this today's session, and I'll see you soon in the next class. Till then, bye bye. Good night. See you soon. Bye bye.